I think steroids are as American as apple pie.
Bang it! You're watching Muscle Sport Magazine.
I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed off. You know, I mean, it drives me fucking crazy in this house. It's fucking unbelievable. My girlfriend's mother's dating and shit now, you know what I mean? She's trying to look good. She's got balls trying to date, I'm gonna tell you that now. She's got balls trying to date anybody. Any man that fucking dates her is disgusting. So anyway, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm watching a fucking Clint Eastwood movie. Fistful of Dollars. She goes to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching a spaghetti western." She comes over and she plops her ass down next to me. She goes, "Ooh, you had me at spaghetti." I told you, man, you'd just go sit on the other side of the couch. Bro, she looks like fucking Andre the Giant. Face like, she looks like Andre the Giant in the face, you know what I mean? That's not pretty. She probably, you know, she fucking got an Adam's apple, fucking big hands like fucking baseball mitts, hairy balls, at 5 feet fucking tall, 300 pounds. Alright? And she wants to start losing weight. And she thinks like by taking supplements, she's gonna fucking lose weight. I told her, how the fuck you gonna lose weight? How the fuck you gonna lose weight just taking supplements? You gotta watch what you eat. You can't sit around and eat fucking rice and shit and pork and, you know, mix all that fucking starch and junk and shit she eats. So she goes out and buys this fucking protein powder. Right? First of all, it's soy. It's gonna kill your stomach. I don't care what these fucking vegan nut jobs say. It's soy protein. It's gonna kill your fucking stomach. I warned them. She won't listen. And she starts drinking it like 5 times a day. She's fucking... You know, I can't even, I hear fucking, she fucking throwing farts and shit. She's disgusting. She's fucking disgusting. And she comes to me one day, she's all doubled over. Her stomach's fucking killing her stomach. I got bad gas. I got such bad gas. And I'm like, please, I don't want to hear about your fucking bad gas. You know what I mean? And I asked her, well, what are you eating? She said, I took like 3 or 4 protein shakes. I told her, what the fuck you expect? You can't eat that shit. You need real food. You need to cut your fucking carbs. She tells me, come on, please, give me a diet. Oh, you gotta give me a diet. Oh, please, 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 please. So I read up her diet, right? And I'm telling her, you know, you gotta have no carbs. So after one day, one fucking day of no carbs, she comes back to me, I can't do this. I can't do it. I said, what do you mean you can't do it? You gotta have fucking no carbs. You know, you fucking, look at the size of you. This is her thinking. And she tells me, but you can't eat no carbs. That's not healthy. Because she starts telling me, well, a whale swims all day, drinks water, and eats fish, yet it's still fat. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit. So we're having an argument over fucking that, over food. He's telling me fucking it's not healthy to eat no carbs. I told her being 300 fucking pounds at 5 feet tall, that's not healthy. You can't win, man. You fucking can't win. So I'm here to fucking sort shit out, give you guys a little bit of a blueprint to success. First off, in life, you gotta have goals. Alright? You gotta set goals for yourself. Now, goals and dreams are 2 different things. If you think that you want to be Mr. Olympia one day, well, I'm not gonna rain on your parade, okay? But let's be honest. In, let's see, I think about 50 years of Mr. Olympias, there's only been 13 guys who've won the Mr. Olympia out of, you know, thousands that have competed. So what that shows you is, it's not easy to be Mr. Olympia, alright? And I'm going to get to some real shit in a moment here, and I'm going to hopefully help you guys out, because that's what I'm here to do, is help you guys out. Now, let me explain something to you, okay? When most guys start working out, everybody wants to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, alright? And then you start getting that fantasy of seeing yourself winning the Nationals and going on to winning the pro shows, maybe the Arnold Classic and even the Olympia. But let's talk reality here, okay? When you're going to set goals in your life and you're going to make your, like you want to really get into bodybuilding, my first advice to you is to start off bodybuilding as a hobby and a passion and a lifestyle. Before you plan on winning your first pro show, you have to first be realistic, okay? Now, that doesn't mean I'm shooting you down or telling you you're not going to ever win a pro show. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you get your head straight, all right? The reality is, before your bodybuilding has to be thought of as a hobby. That's how you have to think of bodybuilding at first. Because before you actually start counting all the money that you think you're going to be making and, clearing off your trophy case for all the trophies you're going to win, I think first you better get yourself in reality. You can't put bodybuilding ahead of everything else, all right? First thing you have to do is get yourself set up in life, all right? That means that if you're young, if you're a teenager watching this, you have to finish school and then go on to college, okay? And plan your life accordingly. You don't want a job, you want a career. There's a difference between a job and a career. Working at McDonald's, that's a job. A career is if, working with the post office, working as a cop, a fireman, a doctor, a lawyer, even a mechanic or something like that. That's a career, right? There's always going to be a need for people to work on cars and stuff like that. You have to set realistic goals. Before you worry about winning bodybuilding shows, you have to be able to feed yourself, clothe yourself, put a roof over your head. That's more important than bodybuilding. And don't think that bodybuilding is going to supply you with that. Because for the most cases, it's not. Alright? There's very elite few that actually can make a real living and ton of money off of bodybuilding. And I'm not talking about personal training, alright? I'm not talking about selling drugs or fucking, whatever. I'm talking about making money off of the sport as a competitor, okay? And what I'm telling you is before you do all that, you have to get yourself situated. Your blueprint to success lies in first thing you got to do is get yourself a career going. If you're young, you got to get yourself through school and into some sort of career. If you already have a career, you know that you got to put in the work first, investments and all that stuff. You want to get yourself so that one day you have a pension, all right? Because what you do at 21 years old affects what's going to happen when you're 55. If you haven't put money aside from starting from when you're 21, if you haven't built a retirement fund, okay, for that, and put monies away and work and get yourself a good career, when you're my age, you're going to be kind of fucked. I'm just going to tell you that now. You don't want to listen to me? Don't listen to me. If you think, dude, one day I'm going to be a pro bodybuilder, this, that, hey, you're fucking nuts, man. Let me tell you something. It's not going to happen like that. So my best advice to you is to get yourself a good career, a good paying job, okay? Start saving money. That's got to come before bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is the side, all right? That's more your hobby, more your lifestyle. But you got to be able to afford the food and supplements and gym fees, as well as you got to be able to, especially if you have a family. if you're going to want to have a wife, kids, and all that stuff, they come first. Okay? If you have kids, look at Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman, Sergio Oliva, and a few others were police officers. Okay? While they were competing, while they were winning the Mr. Olympia. Now, Ronnie is actually still a cop. A lot of people don't think he is. But now he's almost like part-time. He's on like a modified duty thing. Or he kind of calls his own shots. Last I talked to him anyway. That's what he told me. All right, this is a couple of years ago. We had a big long talk about it. But I'm just telling you. Okay? And he's smart. Because you know what? Bodybuilding is not going to give him a pension. If he breaks his leg or does anything, his police pay, his police job is what's going to give him, his medical benefits and his pension and everything else. Just talk to Victor Martinez, who will tell you that when he hurt his fucking leg, it was money out of his pocket. Okay? It was money out of his own pocket because there's no benefits package being a bodybuilder. There's no 401ks or retirement funds or any of that stuff. You're on your own. And you could be working for a supplement company or a magazine. Hey, look at me. Muscular Development, 14 years. Okay? You could work for a magazine and get cut at any moment. Or a supplement company get cut at any moment. And they're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to pay your bills. Okay? So you got to get a lot of this shit. You got to get out of your fucking head. This whole, seeing yourself in magazines and, oh, there I am on stage. That's great. But all those Mr. Olympia guys and all that stuff, all your big Olympians and guys who compete in Mr. Olympia, they all have to buy their own benefits package and their own retirement funds. You're a cop, you're a fireman, you work for the government, you got a good job, more than likely your job is going to help pay for that. But the bodybuilding does not pay those kind of bills. Now, if you're Jay Cutler and a few other guys who made a lot of money off this sport, but I mean, come on, how many Jay Cutlers are there? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic. You must be realistic. You have to realize that you cannot just go up on, it's not going to happen like that. I'm not shooting nobody down. But I'm just trying to help you guys, okay? I just want to help you because there's a lot of young kids coming up to me and they're saying, oh, I want to be a bodybuilder. What do I do? How do I get into the industry? Yeah, okay. Getting in the industry is great. You can make some money. If you get sponsored by a supplement company, you can make some money. You're not going to get rich. Most of the people that make the money are the personal trainers. And if you got to do you got to constantly get new clients, though, okay? And drug dealing. A lot of guys deal steroids and stuff. I did it. Wound up in jail for it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's a famous pro who's won shows this year, who actually just was talking to me not too long ago, was telling me, dude, when I got my pro card, I thought it was the greatest thing on the world. I thought, oh my God. And now I'm looking at me, I'm like, fuck this shit, and he works another job. I'm not going to say what it is because you might be able to figure it out. Because it's not for me to be telling you who these people are. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking betray some guy who's telling me stuff, privately. But he has a job outside of bodybuilding. Okay? It actually involves being mechanical with something. All right? Not cars. But he was telling me, bro, if it wasn't for that job, I'd be fucked. Because that job is with pension. All right, you got kids, you got you get kids, you got, family, maybe a girl, a wife, or whatever. Your little job with the supplement company is not going to pay that. Okay? Being sponsored is not going to pay that. Being sponsored is not going to pay the bills like that. It's not going to pay for your kid to go to college. It's not going to pay for you or your wife or whatever if you get hurt. You're going to have to buy your own benefits. And that's brutal. So I'm not shitting on nobody's parade here, okay? I'm just simply trying to tell you, guys, get a job, get a career, go to school, Do whatever you gotta do to make ends meet. Bodybuilding comes second. It doesn't come first. Okay? Because even if you're Mr. Olympia, you're gonna have to have a backup plan. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to have a backup plan to invest money, make, have, so that one day when you're my age or older, you're not fucking working at Walmart somewhere. All right? Yo, I used to own my own gym. And even owning your own gym, you gotta pay for your own benefits. You gotta have a 401k plan or an investment, some sort of investment for when you're older, for when you're fucking 65 and you don't want to work anymore. We gotta start slowing down a little bit, you know what I mean? I didn't have that. I made a lot of money. I thought I'd always make money. I thought, he couldn't tell me nothing. I'll never forget, there was a kid in the gym who used to always come up to me, always come up to me. I want to be just like you, dude. Oh, you're jacked, you're this, you're making money, you own a gym, starting to get in the magazines, back then I was just starting to get in magazines, just getting all kinds of publicity. I did a few little commercials and stuff. This kid was like, oh man, I want to be like you. And one day, I'm sitting there, I used to tell him, to just get yourself a job, because I knew I was fucked. I knew I was fucked up, I used to tell a kid, get a job, do this, do that, do this, do that. When I went to jail, I got arrested, right? And then bringing me in jail, when they brought me in jail, it was like, I was in a bullpen for a while, but I was arrested by Judge Janine Pirro. She was a district attorney. She had a task force. That's who I was arrested by. I wasn't arrested by feds, and I wasn't arrested by local cops. So I'm going to jail. I'm up in jail, right? And they're bringing me up there. And, it was 12 o'clock at night, and I could see, there was steel doors with a little tiny window like this, a little window with a light on, just like you see on TV, right? And as you're walking up with your bedding, they're bringing you up to your room, your cell. I notice right out to the right, I see this face in a window, looking at me through one of the jail cells, through one of one of the little windows. It was that kid from the gym. He was in jail. He was locked up. I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he was devastated seeing me there. He was just looking, he had his hands on the glass, and he was just looking in there. CO fucking pushes me. So I looked at the kid, and he just looked at me. He didn't say a word. He just looked at me through the glass. And then at the end, the CO, I had a son of a bitch CO boy. One of the COs was a son of a bitch, and he pushed me right in the cell, friggin' door closes. So I'm in a cell, and I'm looking, and I just peek out the window, and I see that kid still with his face pressed on the glass looking at me. And I looked at him, and I just said, hey, you want to be just like me? I guess you're just like me. Bottom line, what I'm trying to tell you. The kid was in here for DWI, so he had nothing to do with what I did. But the thing is, he got locked up. And his future was fucked. And the bottom line of what I'm trying to tell you guys is, I don't want to see you make the mistakes I made. I spent 15 years with a magazine. You know what I got? Shit. Okay? I got shit. I'm just trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. I made a ton of money. I've been on television. I've been in movies. I got books out. All right? There's a DJ from Europe who there's 3 songs has been written about me. They even play one in a club out there. You go online, see? DJ Lactose. All that shit. You know where it's got me? Here's Gregg Valentino in the movies. Bigger, faster, stronger. ESPN, E60. Right? Oh shit, Jay Leno, Carson Daly, Tyra Banks. I mean, you name it, Howard Stern. I've been on all these shows. You know what's got me? Top writer in sport. I have no 401k. I have no retirement plan. I'm on fucking Obamacare. And all the money I made, I spent on my kids, which I have no regrets doing. But when you're not smart and you don't have a career, all that shit adds up to nothing. So the point I'm trying to make to you guys is get a fucking job. Stop fucking around. Get your life together. Get a career. Okay? Get going first with that before you even think of being a fucking pro bodybuilder. Ronnie Coleman, police officer. Even while I was winning Mr. Olympia, still a police officer. I got props for him. Okay? Make sure you got medical benefits. Make sure you got a future. Then you can concentrate on going for bodybuilding shows and maybe trying to be a pro bodybuilder. But even being a pro bodybuilder, even if you get some fucking supplement contract, that should be gravy money. You gotta still make sure that you can make a living, have money when you're older. Okay? Have a plan. Have a plan. Okay? Because goals and dreams are two different things. I want to be 6'4", it ain't happening. Alright? You understand that? You want to be Mr. Olympia? Good chances it ain't happening. I'm not shooting on your dreams, but come on. Alright? Do the right fucking thing by yourself. This is just advice. That's all. I'm not crying the blues about me. Don't feel bad about me. I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm the managing editor for Muscle Sport magazine, blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm going to have to work till I'm a fucking 100 if I live that long. Because I have no fucking retirement. I'm already 5 years old. My kids are adults, you know. I'm just telling you. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You got to make your own pot. Get your shit together. Don't be a fucking momo.